Conservatives are like frothing. They go fucking bananas mode. They are insane. This is Everyone is Trans, Stop Looking by Ben Shapiro. Let's take a look at this before we get to DeSantis.
Folks, Pride Month is coming up, and you know what that means? It means that you are going to get rainbow vomit on everything.
Look at how horny he is for this, bro. Motherfucker is prepping for Pride Month more than like every gay person is, okay? He's prepping for Pride Month harder than Austin. It's ridiculous, okay?
Corporate America. If everywhere you shop is doing Pride Month, then how exactly are you going to not shop somewhere during Pride Month? Okay, so unity in corporate wokeness is principle number 1. And principle number 2 is you won't get that offended. Because the reality is the left is significantly more annoying than the right is when it comes to their consumption.
Wait. I'm sorry. What the fuck? What does that mean?
This study found that if you take a neutral corporation, a corporation that has no politics, and you have a right-wing corporation, a left-wing corporation, that the left-wing corporation...
He said, scientifically speaking, the left is more annoying than the right. What the fuck?
Is viewed somewhat positively by the left. The neutral corporation is also viewed somewhat positively by the left. A right-wing corporation loses 20 to 30 points in approval rating just for not being a left-wing corporation. The right doesn't have significant feelings about this one way or another. The right typically will just shop wherever it wants to shop. So corporate America has relied on.
What is he saying? Like, what is happening here? What is a right-wing corporation? First of all corporations are right-wing. They're corporations, okay? Right-wing from an economic sense, okay? Unless they're like a cooperative owned by exclusively septum-piercing wearing bisexuals, they are probably going to be right-wing, okay? I don't know what you mean by this. Like Coca-Cola, because they fucking slap on the LGBT pride flag on their boxes for the duration of Pride Month, does that make them a left-wing corporation? Do we just all of a sudden forget like the assassination of Colombian labor leaders at the behest of Coca-Cola Corporation? Like, are they now all of a sudden fucking, left-wing? Is that how that works? Poof. Boom. It's like you're basically giving it to these corporations because that's their purpose. Their goal is to quite literally make you forget about all the other shit that they do, how much funds they dump into like right-wing super PACs and shit like that. The idea that the right are not like regularly doing mass fucking boycotts. I think polling shows that liberals care more about if the corporations are buying from ethical, whereas the average Republican doesn't give a fuck either way, but it's probably changing as culture war stuff gets bigger. Yeah, if you look at the donation history of Coca-Cola or anyone, okay, for that matter, they're doing kind of a 50-50 split. They always do this shit, but they also, most importantly, go to like the American Beverage Association, which is then funding right-wing campaigns because they care about deregulation, okay? That's the goal. I mean, they're greasing the National Republican Congressional Committee with like pennies, basically, okay? Organization gave 15 grand, but most of what they're focusing on is like shit like the American Beverage Association, GoPack. Those are the guys who are fighting for deregulation. That's like the ALEC of beverage, okay? That specifically focuses on deregulation and like allowing monopolies to exist, things of that nature. That's the entire purpose of this, okay? These are industry lobbying firms that are heavily right-wing from an economic sense. The American Beverage Association is not going to come out and be like, we're actually advocating for unionization. You know what I mean? It's very stupid. They advocate for deregulation. They advocate to put like actual fucking garbage inside of your beverages, things that are harmful for you, and for the government to turn the other cheek and look the other way as they poison us. And, much like Donald Trump, as a big DC fan, I will keep drinking that garbage, right? Like, I'm not going to stop. I don't give a fuck. I personally love it. So the idea that like Coca-Cola or any of these fucking other corporations are actually, inherently left-wing is so stupid, okay?
Corporate America has relied on your apathy and my apathy. And the fact that we're like, listen, man, I still got to go to Target. But here's the thing. Alternatives are now available. The entire goal.
Yeah, for the record, what he's fucking talking about is so stupid because, I mean, it's transparently so that he can grease up the Jeremy boring shit, okay? Like, that's it. Like, they are the ones who are trying to provide commodities as an alternative when... the alternative is just the same exact garbage. They're made in the same plants. There's nothing else. It's just aesthetics, okay? It's the same shit, but with a different seasoning on it. And they are desperately trying to create a process where, like, there is a conservative alternative, and they want to be the monopoly of the conservative alternative. I don't think people give a shit. I don't think conservatives care. I don't think real conservatives, like the average American who will vote for a Republican reliably, is not going to be like, oh, man, I can't believe this, like, Bud Light had a trans person on, like, one random can, so that means I can't drink it anymore. Like, no, they're fucking alcoholics. Like, they don't give a shit, okay? It's all just marketing. And I don't think it actually works, okay? I don't think it actually works in the way that they think it works. And they put a nice little fucking tidy markup on the top of it because it's like, this is basically the pink tax, but for Republicans, okay? It's the stupid tax. He just said conservatives don't care, so why are they making products if they don't care? Exactly. Well, they're making the products because they want to make money, and they're trying to create a process. They're trying to create a structure where people should care about this. They are desperately trying to create an alternative so they can fucking make money like that. And I don't know if it'll be successful, especially because like it's so much more expensive than the average thing, even though like the regular corporate version of it. And I don't know why you would like literally pay for that markup just because it's pretty much the exact same product that you're getting from they're drop shipping it basically. You're pretty much getting the exact same product with a markup just because they claim it's fucking conservative. It's all marketing and they're engaging in it. Very stupid, very silly. But then again, so is, you know, American politics in general. Hasan, I will argue that people this propaganda does work on are more dangerous, more unhinged members of the right wing. Yeah, exactly. They are. So yeah, if they want to fucking shell out 10 extra fucking dollars for a 6-pack of beer, okay, 10 extra dollars for a fucking 6-pack of beer because that beer, even though it's being like made in the same exact facility as like as Budweiser and tastes exactly the same, then yeah, whatever, steal their money. Who gives a shit? But understand that this is not like a genuinely held belief from Ben Shapiro. This is not like a real political move. This is simply another way for them to make more money. But that's the goal, okay? That's the real reason why they're doing this. They're not doing this for some like real political fucking purpose, okay? I just need you to understand. They're doing this because they want to make money. That's it.
Of things like Pride Month. The entire goal, the idea that boys can be girls, girls can be boys. Right? This entire moral program that is being pushed by the woke relies on, one, their unity, and two, your apathy. Corporate woke unity, no matter how woke and crazy they get. So, for example, Target, they have decided that it's time to sell products that transes the kids. This is a TikTok video that's been going viral, showing that there are bathing suits in the kids section with tuck options. So, your little boy, you're trying to trans, you can get him a girl's bathing suit that allows him to take his penis and testicles and tuck them up under himself. Isn't that nice?
Dude, that's so gross, man. Why are you fucking talking about people's penises and testicles and shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how is this like normal political commentary, man? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? Why is this discourse, brother? This is like, you think this is good for, you know, this is family-friendly programming? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Why are you constantly thinking about, like, what the fuck's going on with people's genitals, man? I've lived my whole goddamn life never worrying about that ever. And it seems like these fucking weirdos can never stop thinking about children's genitals. It's so weird. It's so odd. This is a odd fixation. Get involved with trains like every other normal person, okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why is this your hyperfixation, Ben? What the fuck?
Really great job here, Target.
I'm sorry I chose you again. I just needed to do the bathing suit the last bit. I found the tuck bathing suits, the tuck friendly bathing suits. So if you need a women's bathing suit and you have a little extra meat down there that you got to hide, you have one option. That is the only bathing suit that I found in the entire store, and it's in the Pride section. It's not in the kids section, women's section, boys section, baby section. It is in the Pride.
Of course, as always, here's the AP fact check. Target's Pride collection features tuck-friendly swimsuits for adults, not kids. Target's seasonal collection of clothes for Pride Month collections has been the subject of several misleading videos in recent weeks, with social media users claiming the retailer is selling tuck-friendly bathing suits designed for kids and in kid sizes. Many of the posts criticizing Target have also urged people to boycott the company, made similar threats. Guess what? It was fucking wrong, and it was a lie, but these people don't care that it's a lie because their goal is to literally just whip up frenzy, dude. Their goal is to whip up frenzy, and now that, like, they have a direct revenue stream as a counter, implies that they're going to do it way more frequently, okay? In the olden days, right, they would do this for the love of the game. They would constantly whip up people into a frenzy for the love of the game because it gave them clout. Now, and clout, of course, meant like more ad revenue, yada, yada, yada. But now they have a direct stream of revenue through their line of commodities that they're producing, which implies this shit's gonna get way fucking worse. People are more unhinged and they're getting worse and worse overall. And Ben is a capitalist and decided this is a great opportunity. In many ways, What they're doing is exactly what Target is doing, but in the opposite direction. If Target is virtue signaling, which they are, right? They don't give a shit about trans people like that. You know what I mean? It's great. They're being accommodating. That's fine, right? Ultimately, do they care? No. They just want people to buy their fucking bathing suits. They recognize that, like, conservatives don't care. Liberals don't care. Ultimately, it doesn't, like, change people's consumer decisions. But there is a, you know, massive market that they can open up to and sell products to, which there's no problem with, okay? They see a market and they want to capitalize on it. Of course, they're going to do that. That's what capitalism is about. That's what they're doing. They're doing it and virtue signaling. Conservatives are doing the exact same thing and vice signaling. That's it. That's it. If Target is libbed up and is virtue signaling, then Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire are vice signaling and trying to farm impressionable, dumb, baboon-brained idiots who are whipped up into a frenzy by the thought of trans people existing, by these fucking perverts whose hyperfixation is like children's genitals, who constantly think about children's genitals and are vice signaling about how fucking devastating trans people existing in society is so that they can sell you the same fucking products with a markup. The products are made in the same factories. The products are made by the same people. You're just paying for a markup. Virtue signaling is when you don't really give a shit, but you're like, oh man, I'm so pro queer, like, you know, queer lives matter, blah, blah, blah. But you don't actually give a shit ultimately because you're a company. Corporations don't care. They just care about the bottom line. And vice signaling is the exact opposite. You might not genuinely care about trans people existing, but you still say like, fucking, I can't stop thinking about trans people. I want to be mean to them. I want to fucking help them. I want to have them not exist. That's vice signaling. That's like 90% of conservative commentary. When you finally figure out that like conservative culture wars rely on people just being bullies to marginalize people, you start looking at things a little bit different, okay? That's it. It's all performative ultimately. And while Democrats, liberals are like, oh, we care so much about black people, we care so much about the poor, we care so much about the working class, and they're virtually because they don't. All they care about is like putting a fucking Democratic ass in the seat in Congress and keep farming donation dollars and you know, do insider trading. Republicans, on the other hand, are doing the exact same thing. They might not care about it personally, or they might be hateful, but their entire policy positions revolve around bullying trans people, gay people, black people, like just being mean for no reason, being ruthlessly mean for no reason. Like when in the state of Utah, when you put forward a bill that bars trans girls from competing in like high school and collegiate athletics, and then you realize that it's only one 12-year-old trans girl that actually is in the fucking state, that's vice signaling. Why did you cut an entire piece of legislation and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on it? Legislation that is being only pushed by special interest groups, by the way. There's no grassroots momentum behind it. There's no like base in the Republican Party that's like, we got to stop trans women from you know, peeing in the appropriate bathrooms. Like there's no momentum within the Republican Party whatsoever. It's just these fucking clown asses yelling about it nonstop. And then Republican state legislatures actually act out on those weird desires to like bar one or maybe two or maybe three 12-year-old trans girls or 13, 14-year-old trans girls from like competing with cis girls. And then they pass like penis inspection day bills in the state of Ohio. That's just vice signaling to the maximum. You're not changing anything about society. People are still fucking dead broke. People's financial circumstances have not changed. They are still angry. Right? They'll perhaps get even more angry when the PE teacher has to like do, you know, pussy inspection day because someone claimed that like your daughter is trans. All of a sudden, you're probably not going to be super stoked on that, are you, Republican fathers? Okay? That's done for vice signaling. That's the purpose. Penis inspection days in Kansas? No, brother. The first one that came out was in Ohio. Kansas did it as well recently, but the first penis inspection day bill that was passed in Ohio.
They have baby gear that is geared toward gay pride and trans pride. Like, for small babies. For, like, kids.
Like, what's going to happen if the binky is, like, rainbow colored, bro? You think your baby... I'm not letting my baby suck on a binky. That's gay. What are you, sucking on a penis? That's disgusting. Like, that's what Ben's commentary has, like, reduced to, for the record. Like, that's how fucking insane this is. Just understand. Like, understand what Ben is talking about. He's talking about, like... He's talking about how, like, having rainbow colors on, like, baby clothes is, like, indoctrination or some shit.
Kids who can't talk yet. And Target believes that you won't do anything about it. That's why they're doing it. They believe that they will gain the upside of the left being super enthusiastic about them, and there is no downside.
Or maybe because, like, it's fucking insane to make a big stink about this. Like, you would have to be an absolute fucking psychopath to be bent out of shape over this, okay? And Ben is, so that's the reality.